Thank you for being with us.
My pleasure.
So, first of all, I wanted to ask you, we're seeing like year to date, the stocks are up around 11%. But the economy still doesn't grow that much. We are seeing that earnings in the top line are not coming up really well. We are seeing a desynchronization, basically. Do you think that we are creating like an equity stock bubble that it's gonna pop anytime soon?
Well, bubble may be too strong a word, but I think that people are overreacting to the earnings growth. We've seen phenomenal earnings growth since around 2009, but I think that's recovery from a crisis, and it's not necessarily sustainable. Earnings mean revert. So I don't know that we're in a particularly good situation in the stock market right now.
And how do you feel about the U.S. economy, especially with the fiscal cliff coming along at the end of the year, elections? Are we going to see another recession, or are we going to avoid that?
Well, economists aren't predicting a recession in the U.S. We have one in Europe, but I think that it's likely that we'll have weakness, if not a recession. In fact, it's kind of a trend. The whole world has been slowing down now for more than 2 years. We had a nice rebound from the depths, but I suspect it's not sustainable.
And what do you think it's gonna happen after the elections? Are we gonna see Obama being reelected, or if we see a change, something is gonna change also with the economy if Romney gets elected?
Well, I think we'll get Obama again. There's a good chance that we'll get Romney, and I think he will probably be okay. He did fine as governor of Massachusetts, but I think that his austerity program might turn the U.S. into another Europe, and that's not what we want at this moment anyway.
And also talking about Europe, especially in countries like where I come from, Spain. Do you think that it's worth it that we are gonna confront like a lost decade, maybe 10 years with a sluggish growth, with really high unemployment, just to be in a common,
Right.
just with the euro?
So yeah, that's a big question. I think that the European Union is they just won the Nobel Prize, and I think it is amazing what unity has been achieved in Europe, and the euro is one symbol of that unity. But I don't know that we want to stay with that symbol. They can find other symbols. In fact, it's a fading symbol because people are using currency less and less. So we don't carry those notes around so much anymore. And in 10, 20 years, they'll be practically gone. So I think Europe has to reinvent itself and think of new symbols of unity.
And do you think that the Eurozone is going to survive in 10 years from now as the way that we see it with the same members, or do you see any exit in the next 10 years?
Well, I'm not an expert on European politics, but my guess would be that there might be some exits, but that the basic Euro core will survive, because it's just, I think people instinctively know that unity is important.
And just the last question, talking about the U.S. Housing market, we have seen kind of a bottom, and now it's start picking up. Some people still think that with all the QE3 and all the money injection from the Fed, we're going to create another housing bubble. Do you think that happened?
We might see a housing bubble in some cities. Notably, looks like there's already in Phoenix and San Francisco. But we had a very unusual, it was not nationwide, it was worldwide, including Spain, by the way. There was a sort of craziness that developed about housing. And I don't think that's coming again. That's a unique event that is history now.
So thank you for your time, Mr. Shiller.